Welcome back to Pod of Greatness, the Pog Podcast. I'm Slammin' Sam, the Pog Man, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Pudgeons O'Grady. That's right, P-O-G himself, the Pog Man. We're talking Pogs. Pudgeons, I heard there's a new Alf Pog coming out.
You know it.
He's back in Pog form.
You know, I was thinking about doing some Third Rock from the Sun Pogs, but thought Alf, go back to my roots.
Love Pogs. Nothing but Pogs. We talk Pogs all the time on Pod of Greatness. Hey, you guys get out of here. Oh, scram.
Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. And no matter how far away you roam, if you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can.
Oh, man, that was weird. April Fools, guys. It's horror for the holidays. I'm Jay Logston.
And I'm just here.
And we got you. You thought you were listening to a Pog podcast, but it turns out it was horror for the holidays the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you should have been tipped off. Of course, everyone knows the guy who invented Pogs was actually named Paul Optimus Gregory.
Named for Optimus Prime, of course.
Yes.
Did I say Optimus Grime?
Yes.
Amazing. Oh, fantastic. Let's set up for the April Fool's party as we talk about 1986's Killer Party. Killer Party, dude.
Whoa, bro.
Released May 9th, 1986. A month too late, guys.
Oops. You goofed.
Also, I believe was originally going to be released as April Fool's Day.
Yes.
But they heard about April Fool's Day coming out, which also came out in 1986. Jeff, this is our third 1986 April Fool's horror movie.
Something in the water.
Directed by William Fruitt, who also directed 10 episodes of Friday the 13th, the series, and 27 episodes of Goosebumps. Written by Barney Cohen, who did the screenplay for Friday the 13th, the final chapter. We've got Elaine Wilkes as Phoebe, Sherry Willis Birch as Vivia, and Joanna Johnson as Jennifer. I think Joanna Johnson maybe went on to like do a bunch of like Days of Our Lives, like had like a huge run of episodes of that. The other two weren't in much after this.
No.
I know, hard to believe. Pam Hyatt is Mrs. Henneshaw. Martin Hewitt is Blake. Ralph Seymour is Martin, star of the movie.
Get out of here, Martin.
Paul Bartel is Professor Zito, and maybe we'll see him again as theater manager in Gremlins 2, or as Paul Bland in Chopping Mall, if we ever do either of those.
We'll do it eventually.
Howard Busgang, who we last saw as Ed in Terror Train, was one of the B-Boys.
Yeah.
And he's also Mr. Big Money in the Big Money music video by Rush.
Nice.
Big Money Goes Around the World.
I like that.
Elizabeth Hanna, who plays Stephanie, was the voice of Delia Dietz in Beetlejuice, the animated series.
Oh, okay.
Which, big part of my childhood, at least. I really enjoyed the Beetlejuice animated series. You know, one of those weird things where movie comes out and they make an animated series and it has nothing to do with the actual movie other than the characters.
Gotta love that.
Beetlejuice and Lydia are friends and they solve adventures together.
Obviously.
That's what the whole movie was about.
It's like the sequel show to Godzilla 1998, Jay, where Godzilla's a good guy and helps fight other monsters. Has nothing to do with the movie at all.
Demir Andre, who plays Daniel, and played some kind of doctor in both Happy Birthday to Me and the William Shatner Michael Ironside's horror movie Visiting Hours.
Fuck yeah.
I just thought it was weird that like he was a doctor in both of those things.
Well, you know, sometimes you get typecast.
Tagline: by the end of the dance, some of the sorority sisters were dead on their feet.
Whoa. Little wordy, but not too bad.
Yeah. I bet Jeff, awesome poster, I will say. I don't know if
Is that the poster they used?
So it's like a girl in like, I'd say that's probably Jennifer, maybe Phoebe, wearing like a prom dress and like she's got like a corsage and stuff. And she's slow dancing, and her partner, you can't see their face, but he has like a tuxedo on, but his hand is a skeleton's hand.
Ooh.
Kind of creepy. I like that. Not really much to do with
Yeah,
the
I was
movie
gonna
at
say
all.
not evocative of the movie, really, but yeah.
But I think that's a great. Seeing this poster would get me to watch this movie.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a videotape or DVD I would have picked up.
Most importantly, I guess, White Sister, who performs the song April, we'll get to that shortly,
Yes.
is also on the soundtrack for both Fright Night and Halloween 5. So, Jeff, we'll get a little more White Sister later this year during the
yeah.
Spooktacular.
Yeah. I mean, who hasn't heard of White Sister? I mean, we're pretty much what, Jay? Poison, Guns N' Roses. Oh, what's another hair band?
Here, I'm going to try to pull up the thing that I saw. Hold on. It's like White Sister's website.
Van Hagar and White Sister.
All right, hold on. Whitesister.com. During the heyday of the early 80s hair metal, there was a core group of bands that would rise together from the streets of Hollywood. Motley Crue,
Hell yeah.
Rat,
Yeah.
and Great White.
Yeah.
You are already familiar with, but there was another popular member of that group. That band was White Sister.
Hell yeah, brother.
And then blah, 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 blah. But,
Ooh, yeah. Dig it.
I think, you think of Motley Crue, Rat, Great White, and White Sister, the four big Hollywood hair metal bands.
Don't forget White Snake.
Nope, only those four. There were no others. Fucking White Sister.
Put those three bands next to a band no one has ever heard of ever. Gotta admire that.
Personal experience? None whatsoever.
The only personal experience I had is when we did that comedic bit about all these same April Fool's movies.
No, we're watching Killer Party right now.
We pretended that we watched instead of the right one because they all came out in the
Same year.
the same 3 months of the same year.
And all slashers,
Yes.
all horror movies, but also all slasher movies.
Or is it? Dun, dun, dun. We'll see later.
Where to watch? You can buy a Blu-ray copy from Grove Entertainment, which is the company that bought Shout and Scream Factory.
Grove.
Or you can rent it on Amazon or whatever.
Hey boy,
I
put
bet-
your hand in the grove.
I bet it's also free on YouTube if you do some searching.
You could probably find some lower quality rips of it. I went ahead and just rented it on YouTube. It's got the HD
It's like
copy. on there.
$3.
Yeah, and you can buy the HD digital copy for $12 if you're interested. Which after you see it, you'll be interested.
You'll be interested. This is a ride. Do you have anything else, Jeff, before we dive into our synopsis here?
Yet another movie made by a Canadian director. Oh boy. And it's very weird because this movie is nothing like anything he did before or after. Because I was like, if this is the kind of movie he directs, what else did he do? Nothing like this. This was a one of a kind thing. I don't know. Maybe it was
one of a kind.
Maybe it was all that cocaine that everybody was doing in the 80s.
So we start off, we get our title card, Killer Party, and then it gets cut by a guillotine.
Yes.
We see a funeral for Annabelle Kozlov at this like creepy fog-filled cemetery out front of a church. The funeral is only attended by her sister, her best friend, her son, and her daughter-in-law. Everyone leaves the church, but Stephanie, the daughter-in-law,
Her friend is the only one that acts like he's actually sad she's dead.
yep. And she goes back in to say some I want to say some final words to her, and then basically like says, "I hope you rot in hell, you old witch." And then the casket opens and hauls Stephanie inside as the casket is lowered into the crematory below the church, where the two guys running it are both wearing headphones so they don't hear Stephanie screaming or somehow notice the casket rocking back and forth.
I want to point out that on the way out, before she goes back in and says that, the priest is telling her, try to have a good day. Try to have a good day. And the friend's like, shut up, you imbecile.
Yeah. And then the casket gets pushed into, which I don't think they burn the caskets with the bodies.
I don't know how that works.
But the casket gets, the flames start to shoot out, and then we hear a voice say, "This movie's creepy," and she's in a it's this girl who's at a drive-in. Her name's April. And she goes to get some popcorn instead of making out with her boyfriend at the drive-in.
Boo.
Then starts the second fake out. It's the White Sister music video for April,
Yeah.
which involves, like, I don't know, is very reminiscent of Thriller.
Yes, it's clearly a Thriller ripoff thing.
Like, because, like, all these zombies, like, start chasing April through the abandoned drive-in theater lot. And then one of them, who was her boyfriend, is, like, a zombie, but also pretending to drive with his arm around her.
Yep. Gotta love that.
But yeah, look up April by White Sister on YouTube. It's fantastic. It's what a song.
April,
Why do you play the fool?
April.
You're no fool. What a song.
Yes.
I've been singing it nonstop.
If it had been the theme song for this movie, that would have been perfect.
Including that at one point, everyone runs outside and looks at the camera and points and yells like, "Gotcha!"
Yep.
We then cut to Phoebe, who was watching the music video.
Obviously.
And her mom tells her that Jennifer is here. Jennifer says she's unsure about pledging to the sorority, and they go outside where Vivia is fixing her bike. We then cut to the actual theme song of this movie. These are the best times of our lives. These are the best times. These are the best times of our lives. These are the best times.
It's going to be even more funny later. Don't worry.
And we see the girls, like, having, like, this going to school montage where this song plays, and it's like boys being like, "Oh, hey ladies, what's going on?" And like people are out doing college stuff, I guess.
I can't believe that Sherry Willis Birch, the one who plays Vivia, did not get more roles.
She's great.
She's like, I think she's the best actress in the movie.
I think I read somewhere that, like, Vivia did not have a big role in this movie. I think was going to be the first person to die.
Yep.
And they loved her so much that they made her the final girl.
Yep.
Spoilers.
And you know what? I think she's one of the only final girls we've ever seen that gets some.
Hells yeah.
And also, what the hell? We'll talk about it.
Martin.
We'll talk about it when it comes up. What the fuck are you doing, Martin?
Yeah, fucking Martin.
Some vanilla ass woman like Jennifer. When you got that right in front of you, what the hell's going on?
I don't fucking get Martin. Jennifer stops because she's freaked out by the abandoned frat house on campus. There's just something weird about it, guys.
I hope that doesn't come up later.
The three girls show up at the sorority house and then immediately leave. And then we cut to Mrs. Henshaw, Veronica, Pam, other sorority sisters, all having a naked hot tub party in the back of the sorority house.
Hell yeah.
This is still on campus. People can still, like...
Hell yeah, brother.
around and
Yeah,
see.
they can.
I guess Mrs. Henshaw announces that she's leaving the college. She is not having part of the naked hot tub party, but she could have been if she wanted to.
Could have been. I've been down for it.
The rival frat, the Beta Taus,
I believe that's it, yeah.
pull a prank on the girls where they throw a jar of bees over the fence.
And of course, this is where our cameo comes in.
Because there's these two characters listed as the Bee Boys.
Well, I mean, they throw the bees, and then later they're dressed as bees.
And
what else do you call them but the Bee Boys?
It's like two, like, big, dumb, nerdy guys.
Well, you got a regular guy, our J type. Then you got a taller, fat guy, your Jeff type.
They're just constantly in the movie just doing stuff. I want to know more about the Bee Boys.
I mean, Bee Boys spinoff win.
But so they throw the bees over the fence. So all the girls run out, barely clothed, clutching their towels to their body as the frat boys all film it.
Except for that one girl, Jay. You know we're getting something in here.
I said to Jeff, we'll talk about this later, but I said to Jeff off the air, I was like, clearly they wanted to do like a Revenge of the Nerds style kind of thing here. And the MPAA was like, oh, that's too much nudity. They're all going to have to wear towels. So it's all like brief glimpses of like, oh, there's a little bit of boob. Like, oh, you like that side boob? That's my side boob.
You get full frontal on that one blonde lady.
But yeah, occasionally the camera the towels like fall down enough and you get like some full on nudity. And I bet someone was like, "Oh, it's probably fine. No one's going to have the ability to go frame by frame through movies, 30 years in the future."
They underestimated the B-boys though.
Yep. And so that's so instead of like it being this, it's just constantly like, oh, if you pause that right, yeah, you just see everything.
I mean, that one lady, you don't even have to pause it. She's just running for like 20 seconds without a towel on.
Mrs. Henshaw goes to the abandoned frat house and talks to the grave of Alan, a frat brother that died in an accident years ago and was buried on the premises of the frat house.
You love a good frat house grave, don't you, Jay?
She then goes into the house to like, I guess, clean up or something, and someone is like walking around in the house, and she gets bludgeoned to death with like a fraternity paddle.
It's because she knows that the girls are lying to her and they're going to hold the party there, so she's going in there to make sure it's safe because obviously it hasn't been maintained for the last 20 years. But yeah, and then she's like, "What are you doing here?" Bonk.
Vivia, Jennifer, and Phoebe get hazed and told to steal some Beta Tau t-shirts from the frat house. And also someone mysterious watches them from the bushes. And you would think, oh, it's the killer that killed Mrs. Henshaw. No, because we'll find out who this mysterious person is in like 5 minutes.
We know what it is, Jay.
In class, we are introduced to Professor Zito and Martin.
Shut up, Martin. Go away.
The girls sneak into the Beta Tau house as someone watches them from the bushes. Jennifer runs into Blake in the house, who is dressed like the Gill Man. They kiss while the other girls have stolen the t-shirts, and they walk off, and one of the girls, Jennifer, drops a book, and the person watching picks it up. And I'm just like, man, is this person the killer? Are we going to go through the whole movie wondering who this mysterious person is? Jennifer goes back to her room. There's a knock on the door, and the person with the book is Martin. They waited like 10 minutes to reveal this.
I almost wonder, though, we could talk about it at the end. I have a theory. But he would have been in the house setting up what's going to happen later. So I wonder if something followed him out.
Ooh.
Because it's shown to be able to latch onto other things.
Martin is clearly interested in Jennifer, but Jennifer shuts him down. And so then he's like, oh, can you give me Vivia's number instead?
I mean, you should have gone with her in the first place,
Yep.
But it's a good thing you got it as the second choice.
The girls get initiated into the sorority as ghostly things start to happen around the house. Flames leap off of candles. Things fly off of shelves. Glasses break. Doors fog up and like move, and like fog comes up from underneath them, and there's mysterious lights, and there's shaking of the doors. Vivia says, well, I'm going to go investigate. And she goes downstairs, and then she calls for help. And all the sorority sisters go and open the door. They see Vivia strapped to a guillotine. And she's like, he got me. And they turn on the light, and the blade falls, cutting off Vivia's head. Except it was a mannequin. April Fools.
Pranked you.
Got pranked. The next morning, Vivia says that she did all of that with little motors that she cannibalized from her robot.
And of course, Martin's help.
And then she got the guillotine from like
Storage,
box tops.
obviously.
We
find out later it was stolen from storage.
Yeah, Martin picks the girls up. He is dating Vivia now, and These Are the Best Times of Our Lives plays again over the soundtrack.
Yeah.
As the girls are being driven to school by Martin. And Vivia then shows Martin the decapitated head, and he steers off the road and drives onto the sidewalk, almost running over multiple people.
Oh my God, what's that?
And then somebody's like, watch where you're going, moron. And he's like, hey, as though he's not the one driving on the sidewalk.
That's not very nice.
He drops the girls off at the sorority, and they all get in. They're all like, if you open this and you find a black marble, you don't get in. But if you find a goat's eye, you can meet us in the drawing room because you're a member or whatever. And they all get in. But Veronica stops Vivia and tells her she wants her to do her prank again, but for the April Fool's dance at the house to scare the Beta Taus.
Dun, dun, dun.
We cut to a Greek committee meeting where Professor Zito is being put in charge of the Greek committee. He's taking over from the lady who was in charge.
Boo.
We learn Alan had an accident with the guillotine, and Professor Zito was there when it happened.
Yep.
They are going to show a video on the dangers of hazing, the same video they apparently show every year. The video starts up, but then it's been spliced apart, and instead it's the prank video from earlier.
It's the footage from the B-Boys.
Classic B-Boys. And the lady who is retiring from the Greek committee thinks it's the funniest thing she's ever seen. And Professor Zito's like, "Shut up, you old bag."
It is pretty funny. I mean, that's the second funny bee-related prank. The other one, of course, being the Nicolas Cage, not the bees.
Martin and Vivia make out in his car really, really badly. The girls sneak back into the abandoned house to set up for the party, but Jennifer is still freaked out about all of the legends and all of the things. Blake scares the girls in his Bill Man costume.
Hey, let's take this a little seriously, okay, Jay? Somebody died there, and I heard that people were opening the door to some weird stuff, like the occult, the wrong side of it, okay?
People
were on the warm side of the door.
People have gone missing inside this house. I read about it in the school newsletter.
Yes, nowhere else, of course.
No certainly
reports.
no urban certainly they wouldn't spread urban legends in a school newspaper.
No, and the fact that I couldn't find it in any real newspaper lended all the more credence. Obviously, they're trying to cover up what's happening in this house.
Blake goes down to the basement to try to get, I don't know, the fuse box working.
Working on the fuse box.
And then he calls for Jennifer to bring down a flashlight. And as she's walking down the stairs, she hears this mysterious voice, "Jennifer, Jennifer." And she thinks it's Blake. And he insists that he wasn't doing it. And then they walk into a room to go fuck. And they completely miss Mrs. Henishaw's body sitting in the basement.
And you could hear her what her last thing she said to them too, echoing as they
Yep,
show the
"I'll
body.
see you later, girl." So you know who the body
Yes,
belongs
of course. But yeah, now the demon's like, Jennifer, send me the B-Boys.
I heard they're hilarious. I want the B-Boys.
I'm a ghost. Send me the B-Boys.
Professor Zito goes to the abandoned house and finds the guillotine and starts flipping fuses in the fuse box, and then turns towards someone and says, "What are you doing?" And then he gets immediately electrocuted with some wires.
The same thing, by the way, that the housekeeper lady said.
Yep.
Hey, what are you doing here?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Yes, I thought the electrocution scene was probably one of the funniest, one of the wackiest of the pranks, Jay.
At the party, all the girls get separated. Martin hits on random girls, and I thought he was with Vivia. What the fuck? What the fuck, Martin?
I don't know, Martin.
I don't like the cut of Martin's jib. I know earlier I said he's the star of the movie. I don't like the cut of his jib.
Yeah, I mean, you could admit he's the star of the movie and not like him.
Maybe the B-Boys are the stars of the movie.
I mean, you see the B-Boys getting up to a lot of fun stuff.
Blake and Jennifer sneak off and fuck. Phoebe and Harrison dance in the kitchen, where Harrison says that masquerade parties make him self-conscious. What the fuck?
I don't know.
And Vivia sets up the guillotine in the basement. Things in the house start breaking and glasses shatter and doors start slamming shut and locking. And Jennifer hears the mysterious voice call her name, and that she's dragged out of the room by an unknown presence.
Jennifer, I'm a demon ghost and I need the B-Boy.
Also, I forgot to bring this up earlier. During the initiation, when all the shit starts breaking and it's, oh no, it was just Vivia pulling a prank. Jennifer's body convulses, and we see her eyes are all white.
Well, and it's some of the stuff, yeah, I could see being a prank, but some of the stuff that flies off the tables and stuff, it's how would you make that work?
Little motors.
Yeah.
Jeff, she did it with little motors.
Little
from
motors
her robot.
pull items up into the air. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently Vivia did this too, and somehow pulled Jennifer into the basement unseen.
Of course.
By an unknown presence.
Yeah.
And so her and Vivia are both in the basement working on stuff, and while Vivia continues to set up, Jennifer's eyes change white again, and she makes a really stupid face.
Well, I've heard that some things happened here. A person died here, Jay, and things of the occult nature were done on the wrong side of it.
Blake and Harrison fight, and Blake pulls a knife and stabs Harrison, but April Fools, it was all just a prank, and they got to prank the girls before the girls got a chance to prank them, and Jennifer walks out of the basement and leaves.
I had a feeling it was a prank because I'm like, why would two guys fight over not going in the basement? It's like the guy who didn't want to go in the basement would just leave.
Now all the killing starts. Pam, one of the sorority sisters, goes and gets her coat, moving right past Professor Zito's body, which is also shoved in the coat closet.
But nobody cared.
And someone in the diving suit just shows up and stabs her with a trident.
Hey, do you have a hammer in that tool belt?
Blake goes into the bathroom because he's lured by Jennifer's voice.
It's me, Blake.
It's me, Jennifer.
Blake, come in here. We can have bathroom sex.
Veronica.
It's a lot hotter in theory.
Veronica's shoes, shoe falls apart, and a person in a diving suit walks out behind her. She's like, "You got a hammer?" And then they bludgeon her to death with a hammer. Harrison is in the basement looking at the guillotine, and the diving suit person just shows up, pushes him onto the guillotine, and then drops the blade, decapitating him. A random frat brother Virgil goes to get a beer out of the fridge and then immediately gets his arm cut off by the person in the diving suit.
That's right, brother.
One of the B-boys gets killed with a harpoon coming out of the vent.
No.
The Jeff B-boy.
Damn.
J B-boy, I think, gets a harpoon through the mouth later on.
I think so.
We just see his dead body, but with the harpoon sticking out of his open mouth. Vivian goes into the kitchen looking for Martin and starts finding all the bodies. Classic person going through the house, finding all the bodies moment.
Yep.
And she's looking for Phoebe and Jennifer because she is not aware Jennifer has left. She finds Phoebe, but all of the doors are locked. They try to go out the bathroom window and find Blake drowned in the tub.
Oh, no.
Jennifer shows up and the girls try to get her to leave, and she's like, "The person's not outside because they're in here." And Jennifer's eyes change and her voice gets all demonic, and she closes all of the doors with her demon magic, saying, "I've been waiting 20 years, April Fool assholes."
And I was like, you've been waiting 20 years for this and you can't even get it right?
And it's not even the people that they're like, these people weren't responsible for your it's fucking To All a Good Night, R.I.P. Jennifer Runyon. It's To All a Good Night all over again. These people weren't responsible for it.
So I was taking it as the demon was summoned and didn't get to kill anybody.
That's fair.
I don't know if it's the ghost or the demon or whatever it is. But yeah, I was like, you waited 20 years and you said April Fool instead of April Fools? So you didn't even do the catchphrase right.
April, or Vivian and Jennifer, Vivian and Phoebe run around the house as Jennifer's powers start destroying the house.
April.
Jennifer jumps and starts climbing up the walls with
scene.
her tongue out. She's like, and jumps up onto a chandelier, and then Phoebe just pushes her off the chandelier back down to the bottom floor. But it's real if someone had seen Reagan in The Exorcist and they're like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Demon Jennifer chases them around the house and at one point crawls on the ceiling and then shoots her arm through a crawl space, and I don't know, Vivia twists her ankle.
Surprise, brother, I'm in the crawl space.
Jennifer and Phoebe and Vivia climb out onto the roof, but Jennifer's already there and throws Vivia off the roof, breaking both of her legs. Jennifer then jumps down and attacks Vivia as Phoebe slowly climbs down from the roof and then drives a stake through Jennifer's heart, killing her. Phoebe and Vivia talk briefly, and then Phoebe's like, "Yeah, it's your fault your best friend's dead, Vivia." And then her eyes change and she's now possessed by a demon. The police arrive and grab both the girls, and then we see them hauling all these bodies out of the house as Vivia is loaded onto a stretcher and she's taken into an ambulance, but she sees that Phoebe's also in the ambulance. And she's like, "No, don't put me in the ambulance with her." As the door closes, she screams. The ambulance drives off.
These are the best days
of our lives. These are the best days. It starts to play as the credits roll. What a movie.
I also want to point out that during the cat and mouse game, you could very clearly tell when it's actually Jennifer speaking, out of the demon's control or whatever, and when it's the demon. And there's the funniest moment where she's like, "Oh, He's not in control anymore, brother. It's just
Yeah,
me, Jennifer.
It'll be regular Jennifer's voice, and she's like, "He's not controlling me right now. You guys need to escape." And then it's like,
Phoebe, he's not controlling me right now. You need to come here.
and Phoebe, who's apparently dumb as fuck, goes, "Okay, Jennifer, we're over here. We're coming."
Yeah, come on down, brother. April.
Why do you play the fool? All right, Jeff. What category of these April Fools based categories do you want to start with?
Do you have some April Fool's category names?
I've got April Fool's joke for quotes.
Quotes, okay.
April Fool's spirit for how April Foolsy is the movie, how April Foolsy are the kills.
Mm-hmm.
I've got bad joke for fix and good joke for the thing you want to praise, and that's it.
We could call our final rating the punchline.
Ooh, I like that. Okay. All right. Anyway.
All right. Well, I guess we'll start with the quotes then.
All right. April Fool's joke. There's some solid quotes for this.
I really don't think you should go to that party tonight. Ah, fuck it. That's, of course, our main character.
Have the priest have a nice day, Mr. Kane. Imbecile!
I love that one. Yes, I had that too.
Are you kidding? Sigma Alpha Pi is the wet dream of this college. Phoebe, what the fuck? And says that in front of her mom.
Yep.
Calls Sigma Alpha Pi the wet dream of this college in front of her mom.
Well, why? What, you saying you don't say things like that in front of your mom, Jay?
Oh,
of course. Martin asks a question, of course, a sex-related question because it's Martin, and the professor's just like, "Go away, Martin."
I have a question about the subtext of sexuality in Madame Bovary. Professor Zito, go away, Martin.
Because, of course, he's the only nerd who stayed behind when everybody else left class.
Also, Professor Zito, shut up, you old windbag. We don't call people old windbags anymore.
It's true. We should bring that back.
One of Jeff and my heroes, one of the B-boys. You bet your sweet ass, especially you, Goldilocks.
Got a sweet ass.
I don't know what that means, but it's one of the B-boys.
I'm guessing they're saying that Jennifer's ass looks good on the bike. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's not a quote exactly, but it's whatever the Jeff B-boy whispers to that woman that gets him smacked at the party. that quote stood out to me.
Harrison, masquerade parties make me self-conscious. What the fuck? Who wrote that line?
The phrase that they have to say that gets them kicked out of class is I myself prefer a big fat cucumber. And when they're walking, I believe it's the B-boys when they're walking by. The J B-boys like, "I've got a big fat cucumber.
I can help you with that.
Where would you like it, ladies?" And then Veronica's like, "Fuck off, nerd."
Martin says, "What are you doing?" And Vivia says, "Whatever you want done." And Martin says, "I don't know. I didn't know I'd get a choice."
In the opening thing where April goes to the popcorn stand and she's like, hello, I want some popcorn. Customer here. Can I have some popcorn?
And then she just takes it.
Yeah.
And then here's my last one. Demon Jennifer.
I've been waiting 20 years for this. April Fool, assholes.
Yes, I had that. I also had the, where'd you get the guillotine from? Box tops. Believable.
Oh, man. This movie.
Lots of memorable lines. Of course, I mean, anytime the B-boys are on screen, it lights up the movie.
They are the stars of this movie. I take it back. Sorry, Martin. Stars of the movie are the B-boys.
You know what? I have to say to Martin? Go away, Martin.
I don't know. April. Masquerade costumes.
Yes.
Sets, costumes, etc. I loved the abandoned frat house. I thought both that was a neat setting, but also like felt appropriately creepy and abandoned and all that stuff.
I like that. I like the costumes at the costume party. I thought that was cool. I like the way that they did the college campus, where you could tell they didn't really shoot on like that big of a place or whatever, but they made it seem like there was a lot of different locations and pretty good crowds and stuff.
You know, I really liked wherever they shot the exterior scenes and like the college for all these houses. I thought it looked great. Like they did a really good job.
I thought the cinema, even besides of course, the bee boys are in it, so it's amazing. But the scene where they throw the bees over the fence and the girls run, I thought the camera work was really well done, like tracking them. Because I mean, obviously this is like before drones and stuff, so that means some poor cameraman was like backpedal running away from these girls to catch these shots. Wow, that was pretty smoothly done.
I thought I thought the camera work was really impressive. There's some really interesting shots.
Of course, you got
some really well composed shots. Some really like good like effect. Like Jennifer crawling on the ceiling looked really cool. Like
the Evil Dead style POV shots, so that were cool. Where it's just you could tell it's just the camera in the bushes or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's all I have.
What?
I thought all the actors and actresses were solid.
I thought the possession makeup effects were pretty good.
The eyes were really, really cool.
Yeah.
It was up to Jennifer, sadly, to sell that, and her being like and having like the goofiest cross-eyed look.
You know what?
It certainly hurt a little bit.
Should have been Vivia that was possessed. Would have been better.
I agree. No, one thing I will say, I don't know that it fits here, but while I'm thinking about it, I will say it is not like Vivia's the final girl or whatever. Vivia's, but it's like it did not feel like they were setting up for her to be the final girl. Like it clearly felt like Jennifer was supposed to be the main character, and it felt like this whole like Jennifer's the demon thing came out of nowhere. It felt like Phoebe, who's the first of the three girls we're introduced to, has nothing going on for her at all.
Yeah.
For 90% of the movie.
That is true. She does seem kind of like an afterthought after a while. But yeah, well, it's like, because Jennifer's the first one to say that the house creeps her out. She's the first one to show the weird signs. She's the first one that this is what I had a Martin theory. I guess I'll just say it now. I'm thinking because he has gone in there or whatever to set up the pranks and things. I wonder if like the spirit demon, whatever, attached itself to him because we could see it hops to other people or whatever to get to Jennifer because it can sense she's vulnerable. Maybe that's why he's like, come on, sit down on the bed and all that stuff. And when she's not going for it, it's like, fuck it, and just walks off.
Yep. But yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. Like, I was going to talk about a bit about the demonic thing when we got to bad joke, good joke. Let's do that right now. Fuck it.
All right, fuck it. Doing it live.
Bad joke thing I want to fix. I think I would just get rid of the whole demonic possession thing. I think I would just have it be a straight up slasher. I think it would just have the killer be someone in the movie who was wronged. I thought Professor Zito. He was there when Alan got killed. He was aware of what happened. He knows all these girls are going back to the house. Have him go and start murdering all these people because like you could even be like, Alan was my best friend, and like, how dare you desecrate his memory, like something like that. I really thought that's the direction it was going to go, and it did not go in that direction at all.
Yes, pretty much the opposite of a regular slasher.
So yeah, like I don't know. I think I would have just I think the movie would have been better with a reveal like that instead of demonic possession.
Yeah, my bad joke was along the same lines, but mine was, if you're going to do a possession movie, then lean into it a little bit more. Drop some more hints throughout the movie, maybe go into other than just one offhanded remark. Stuff with the occult happened there. The wrong side of it is literally what they say in the movie. That's it. That's all the information you get. You know, maybe I thought it would have been a cool thing, like have Professor Z teach a class about like ancient history or whatever, and have him be like, and this is like a Sumerian demon summoning text or whatever, and have it be him that summoned the demon or whatever that accidentally killed the boy, and he's like there or whatever at the end, like in some kind of like weird Satanist, because I mean it's the 80s, satanic panic or whatever,
right? Was all
like,
over the place.
Maybe the faculty's like a satanic cult or whatever, and they're sacrificing these people.
That would have been really cool.
Yeah,
certainly cooler than just kind of random silly face demons.
Happens to be a demon that hangs out here, Jay. of course, there was a man who was killed here and buried on the property, which always happens. I didn't know if you knew this, Jay, but wherever you die, you're just buried. So better die somewhere good.
Apparently, that's the rule at this college. What's the thing you want to praise? Your good joke.
My good joke is Vivia. Excellent actress. Can't believe she didn't get more work, but it's just a character in this movie. Interesting character. Has an interesting plot because she wants to be with these other girls, but isn't as popular. The only thing that even gets her into the sorority in the first place is her ingenuity with the prank. And then later on, you could see that she's basically, her character is interesting from beginning to end. I understand why maybe they switched her and Jennifer for Final Girl, because I think you're right. The Jennifer thing does, even though I'm guessing they probably went back and added a few hints in, because it doesn't seem like that's where it was going from the beginning. But yeah, I could see why she's easily the most likable character.
I had two. One thing I do want to praise. This movie fucking flies by. This feels like it's almost maybe like 45 minutes. And 45 minutes in, you've got 30 minutes of the movie left, and that's the second thing I want to praise. The flurry of kills.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen a slasher movie do that. Maybe I have and I'm just not remembering, but I've never seen a slasher movie that just goes literally, here's 10 minutes, it's going to be every single kill we got in this fucking movie, just back to back to back to back.
I mean, yeah, conventional logic is you space them out like 10 to 15 minutes you get a kill up until the end or whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, just go, it's like all this stuff, you got Professor Zito, you got fucking Miss Henna shot at the beginning, and then it's just nothing for a large stretch, and you're kind of like, okay, like there's still something going on, but this is weird, and then it's just boom 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 boom, kill, like fantastic. I thought that was so unique and just such an interesting way to do it. April Fool's spirit, how April Foolsy is the movie, how April Foolsy are the kills.
I'd say the movie overall, very April Foolsy. I mean, it's basically a prank-based movie up until the very end.
No, I think really good pranks. The one thing I will say is I'm pretty sure Rush Week for sororities and fraternities, listeners, write in if you know.
I think it's September.
I'm pretty sure it's in the fall. Yeah. It's not around April Fool's time.
But, at this campus it is.
Yep. But the kills, I think certainly like killing someone with the paddle. I think the fake guillotine. Some of those kills are really, really good. Some of the kills are just kind of goofy, but
I mean, that fits. They're wacky pranks.
But it is, but like certainly, I certainly think the kills are spectacular. Like I think they're all really inventive, even if there's not much gore to them. I think they're all unique kills.
Should I kill you with a trident, Jay? Would that be funny?
I killed someone with a trident. I saw that brick. You need to lay low for a while.
But yeah, no, I agree. Kills were very good, and some of them were pretty funny. So I'd say that probably ranks pretty high.
All right, final rating. Every episode. Wait, what did we?
It's our punchline.
Punchline. Every episode of the Horror for the Holidays, we rate our movie on one of three categories. Is
the
it
Horror for the Holidays? Those B-boys and there's podcasts. The Horror for the Holidays.
The B-boys. Let's see. What are our three categories for April Fools?
I don't know.
Where's the beef?
I was gonna say, where's the beef? I don't know though, because we could do our bad category. Could be jokes on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So punchline is jokes on you. See, I was gonna name it after our three April Fool's horror movies. I was gonna have the Muffy twist be the bad one.
Yeah.
I was gonna have where's the beef be the ho 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 hilarious, and then I was gonna have the B-boys.
Oh yeah,
be the
let's go with that.
Be the seasonally scary or whatever.
That's a cohesive rating system.
All right.
I can get behind.
So is it Muffy twist? Is it B-boys, or is it where's the beef?
I went B-boys on this one. It's pretty much just an enjoyable movie from start to finish. I mean, honestly, you could just watch it as like a regular comedy movie up until about the last third. I mean, yeah, two people get clubbed over the head or whatever, but nothing crazy. The characters were interesting. The pranks were fun. I mean, it's pretty much just like, you could definitely tell it's an 80s movie. It's got that 80s vibe. I mean, what's not to like about it? You got memorable characters, you got fun, you have a killer demon at the end. What do you want?
Certainly not the scariest movie.
No. I mean, they rarely are.
I would give this a where's the beef. I will say this is probably my favorite of the 3 1986 April Fool's horror movies that we've watched. Easily better than the other two.
Yes.
Even though, you know, Slaughter High has some great moments.
Yeah, it has some things, yeah.
But you know, April, and especially on rewatch, April Fool's loses all of its all of the terror it builds up when you know that it's all one giant prank.
Yep.
This movie's so fucking silly and random. Like the double fake out at the beginning is wild. The soundtrack is ridiculous. But some real fun, like interesting kills. The killer Jennifer walking around the house in a diving suit is just a silly but inspired choice. I loved this.
That's what pushes it into B-Boys for me, because like when a movie does something well that I've never seen or thought of before, I'm like, that's a B-Boys movie.
them B-Boys.
Yeah, them B-Boys, always creative.
But Jeff, did you stop to think it's April 2nd? Maybe we're wrong.
See, this is what we could call this part. The joke's on us, Jay.
Oh, there we go.
Because we're wrong.
There we go.
Because apparently people really, really don't like this movie.
Here's one thing I did want to bring up real fast. This is from Wikipedia. Rick Bentley of The Town Talk deemed this film a slash above its peers, adding, "The film is surprisingly well done for this type of production and proves the slasher films can be done with a degree of quality." Some of that I thought was a very silly thing to say about this movie. But the thing that I think stuck out to me the most, critic Joe Bob Briggs gave this film a slight recommendation based on its excessive number of murders, but deemed its supernatural elements redolent of The Exorcist and Poltergeist, which I don't know if I know what redolent means.
Yeah, I mean,
Joe Bob's a smart guy.
I'm guessing that means to reference or in reference to, but couldn't tell you 100%.
Strongly suggestive, reminiscent, smelling of something. Which, it's very, it feels like they were inspired by that, even if they didn't quite capture it.
I mean, pretty much all possession movies after The Exorcist feel like The Exorcist, so I don't know if we can necessarily knock the movie for that.
But yeah, like I was like, man, Joe Bob gets it. Like, he might be wrong about Halloween 3, but he's absolutely right about this movie.
I don't know. I think I'd give it more than a slight recommendation myself.
I think I'd give it a little more than slight.
I'd say you should watch it. I mean, maybe you come away and you're like, that was fun once, but I won't watch it again. But I think it's worth at least watching one time.
And then here was one that 6 out of 10, less and more than you'd expect. So much of this movie is just cringe bad attempts at college humor, but then it goes all Exorcist with possession and murder galore. I kept expecting a twist a la the opening twist, but nope, it plays it straight and ends up being okay. And I thought that was a pretty solid review.
I mean,
anyway, now for the bad ones.
I mean, yeah, I could see that.
1 out of 10. One of the worst slashers ever made. Wow,
oh my God.
Calm down.
You don't see a lot of slashers, do you?
This one is an early slasher movie like they make them now.
No.
No character development.
Wrong.
This was 1986. Like, slasher movies had at least existed for 8 years at this point. No character development. You don't see the killings, only the after-fact cadavers, and those aren't scary. The worst-looking, dumbest, most irritating cast ever assembled on pellicule. No scares, no chills, and the worst effects make this one of the worst slasher films of the 80s. I only saw the last 50 minutes. So you missed the best part.
What? Oh, no character development, but you only watched the last 50 minutes?
I only saw the last 50 minutes, but I saw enough. These kind of films give horror a bad name. 2 people found that helpful, but 8 people disliked that comment. So, Death Gun, you can go fuck yourself.
2 people also breathe through their mouths, apparently.
All right, what else?
I swear this movie changes genres more often than I change streaming apps trying to find something to watch.
Oh,
It starts like a low-budget MTV music video, then becomes a sorority comedy, then suddenly remembers it's supposed to be a slasher about 45 minutes in, except it's not even good at it. No tension, no clear killer, no payoff. It's like the script got passed around the writer's room and everybody added something without reading anything that came before.
I mean, I will say it does kind of feel like that. Martin's interested in Jennifer now. Martin's interested in another girl that we've never met before now.
I mean, I've known Martins in my life. There are definitely guys that are like
Yes.
that. If a woman shoots him down, it's like, all right, on to the next one. And for whatever reason, he's not interested in Vivia.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
yeah, I don't
but
get
whatever.
it. Anyway, sorry, go back to your...
And that was the end.
Oh, okay.
1 out of 5.
I don't have anything else to say to that. But I will agree, it does feel a bit like maybe they are right. Maybe it was passed around the writing room.
I mean, it's only got one writer.
1 out of 10. Complete garbage.
I don't know.
You and I, Jeff, you and I know about garbage, and we would not give this movie 1 out of 10.
I was going to say, Jay, I've seen a lot of complete garbage watching this show, and this is not that.
I made the huge mistake of going to see this movie when it came out in the mid-'80s. It's a teen slasher flick, but a really bad one. The plot and characters were nothing but a bunch of cliches that any 10-year-old kid with cable has seen a dozen times already. How bad is it? A bunch of kids have a party at a house, but there's a killer in the house knocking them off one by one. That's literally not at all what this movie is
I think
about.
he's reviewing a different movie.
Ooh, original. There's no suspense, gratuitous sex, or decent gore to offset the boredom either. Did you also start watching this movie only 50 minutes in and completely missed all the nudity at the beginning? Anyway, by the middle of the movie, people started walking out of the theater. Those of us who stayed just spent the rest of the movie mocking it. After about the third bloodless killing, I remembered someone wondering if this thing was rated G. 3 people found that helpful. 8 people disliked that or whatever.
I don't think you're at the movie theater for this.
I don't think they were
I
either.
think you're remembering something else if you were even alive at this point, since you're commenting on an internet thing. As a fan of Friday the 13th and the classic slashers, this felt like a personal insult. You don't get a killer you can track. You don't get a pattern. You don't even get consistent clues. This movie just goes, maybe it's supernatural? I mean, it's definitely supernatural. Who cares? I care. That's the problem. Movies shouldn't be like this. 1 out of 10.
3 out of 10. Low grade horror. Vivia, Jennifer, and Phoebe are best friends who decide to join a sorority. The sorority is near a boarded up former frat house where a killer roams. Also, well, not necessarily, but sure. Guys release a jar of bees to drive naked sorority girls out of a hot tub and film them running around naked. I don't know that you needed to include that in your review.
But yes, that does happen.
The pledges are required to say, I prefer myself a big fat cucumber, which gets them kicked out of Professor Zito's class.
Yeah.
Weirdo Martin starts hanging out with the girls. During initiation, Vivia plays a prank on everybody. All 3 are accepted into the sorority mainly so that Vivia can set up the coming April Fool's party in the old frat house. This movie starts with 2 fake outs and the low grade horror begins. It does some TNA. The horror is horribly slow. Sometimes I wonder if this is meant to be camp, especially with Paul Bartel in the movie. It's definitely not funny with the jokes, which I disagree with.
Come on now.
It takes a while, but it finally becomes a killer in the house movie. Even then, it's badly done. None of it is good. And you gave it 3 out of 10.
I don't know about, well, again, yes. If none of it was good, then that's a 1 out of 10.
Yep. So clearly there was something good. You weren't watching a Christmas craft fair massacre or a
Nutcracker Massacre.
or a Nutcracker Massacre.
Or an American Scream.
Or what's the movie we did before Leprechaun?
Oh, what was that?
I know what you did last Christmas.
Yes,
it was so bad.
What was that shit fest? I can barely remember
It was so bad I forgot what it was called.
But yeah, I mean, if the jokes didn't land for you, that's fine. But there's definitely some funny things in this movie. I mean, unless you just have no sense of humor.
And they might not.
All right, we got another Reddit. This is the most 2 completely different movies duct taped together film I've ever seen. This film is like, haha, college girls and pranks. And then the second half is like, demon murderer? ? Question mark?
I don't know.
And instead of blending those tones, the movie just switches like someone flipped a light switch. Oh, gee, you know, if only there were critically acclaimed movies that do the exact same thing, Jay. I don't know. I don't want to name a bunch of them, but I mean, the one everybody praises this. Spoiler alert, in case you haven't seen it, From Dusk Till Dawn. Everybody's like, "Oh, it switches to a horror movie halfway through. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy." This thing does it, and it's like, that's stupid.
Yep.
Anyway, instead of blending those tones, the movie just switches like someone flipped a light switch. No transition, just vibes. Bad vibe.
But also they do hint at it.
There's hints.
I think they should have added more, like
Yeah.
you said, but like there are hints.
Yes, you can definitely tell what way it's going if you pay attention.
All right, here's my last one. Does anybody know what they're doing? Anybody? No, not at all. Oh, you're talking about this movie, not our podcast. College students throw a party in an old frat house only to have someone start killing off everybody and raising demons? ? Canadian horror drivel is one mess of a movie. The movie opens with a weird prologue that has nothing to do with the rest of the film, and even when we reach our feature story, it's a bit of a train wreck. Killer Party is a movie that suffers from a real lack of seriousness. That's what made it enjoyable.
I was going to say, it's an April Fool's movie.
Don't get me wrong, I enjoy campy horror movies, but in this case, it's a bit too ridiculous.
Oh.
Even as the movie tries desperately for a terrifying climax, it comes off as completely laughable. The movie's theme song, Best Time of Our Lives, is memorable, though. Agreed, it is. It's been, it along with April, Why Do You Play the Fool, has been running through my head nonstop. Those who enjoy silly 80s schlock might have a good time with this one. But all in all, Killer Party is totally inept as a horror film.
I wouldn't say that.
Bomb out of 4 stars, or maybe they were cussing. I don't know. Bomb out of fuck. Bomb out of shit.
Bomb out of fuck, Jay.
Bomb out of fuck.
From now on, that's what we're going to say if a movie's bad. It's bomb out of fuck. All right. Here we go. We got a real main character here, Jay. This Ain't It, Chief. The title of a blog post.
Oh, cool.
Reviewing it. This Ain't It, Chief. Killer Party is a totally misleading title. There's barely a party. What? There's a huge party.
Honestly, one of the best I didn't say this earlier. I should have said this earlier. I think one of the best party scenes in maybe any horror movie we've watched. Like, I think like that felt like they were filming an actual like party. That's what to me, that's what like parties feel like.
Yeah. No, I thought it was really well done, but apparently not this guy, because this ain't it, Chief. There's barely a party. The killer is questionable. I only watched this movie because my uncle said it was good and I like slashers. But, you know, apparently he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Your uncle's right.
I was going to say, apparently your uncle's a lot cooler than you. But the only thing getting slaughtered in this is the concept of narrative structure. And he finishes, because this line is so cool, Jay, with instead of giving a rating, he just says, "This ain't it, Chief." Again.
Just to let you know.
In case you were wondering.
I don't have any more.
I'm a real cool guy. This ain't it, Chief.
I don't have any more reviews, so if you have another one.
I got, this is a very short one we could wrap up on here. Actually, 2. So one is, I thought this was the movie April Fool's Day because it came up when I searched for it. Watched the whole thing just to find out it's not that at all.
Literally, it tells you it's Killer Party in the first, 10 seconds.
See, I think there's a little bit more in his post. I think he thought that Killer Party was the name of the fake movie.
Amazing.
So, yeah. Another victim. And then, of course, here we go.
Also, you had a better movie. This movie is better than April Fool's Day.
This is by a guy on Reddit called Plot Hole Collector, where apparently he goes around and points out plot holes in movies. So his post on this one was, the opening music video has absolutely nothing to do with the movie. You could delete it entirely and lose 0 plot.
You're right. You're right. It does have nothing. They literally point at the screen and yell, "Gotcha."
I also want to point out that is not a plot hole. That's just part of the movie.
Yep, that's just part of the movie.
People need to stop using the phrase plot hole when they just mean it's something they don't like about the movie.
Well, Jeff, let's April Fool's list. I don't fucking know. I mean, Demon Alan, Jennifer, Phoebe, way more powerful than Muffy or
Oh.
fucking Where's the Beef guy.
I was gonna say this demon, I'm guessing, could massacre everybody else in all these April Fool's
Yep.
movies.
And maybe would be better off if they did. He could team up with. He could possess Where's the Beef guy.
Oh my god, the team up we never knew we needed.
Oh man. Well, Jeff, it's time for this.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
Pranked you.
April Fool's Day. All right, Jeff. Well, we do have some correspondence here,
Oh no.
but while we're doing that, we've had some people reach out about Leprechaun.
What? They sent me a pot of gold.
All right, hold on. Gotta pull it up. Okay.
Also want to point out Warwick Davis rightly knighted in the last round of knightings.
So, my friend Robert, you've met
Yes.
him.
We sweated together at the escape room.
We were talking about when you and I talked about like there's got to be someone out there who's actually afraid of Leprechaun.
Yes.
Said I believe his brother used to hate St. Patrick's Day because he was so afraid the Leprechaun and he was so afraid of the Leprechaun and like the decorations. He was scared of just Warwick Davis in general who when he was young because of Leprechaun as well.
God, that's amazing.
So there is someone who is afraid of who saw Leprechaun and is actually afraid of Leprechaun.
I hope Warwick Davis comes to a convention around here so we can go tell him that.
And then number one fan Spencer got in touch
Nice. Always good to hear from Spencer.
and sent us this picture of Leprechaun Dental,
Ah, yeah.
which is close to where he lives. And he was like, in light of this week's episode, there is a dental practice in my neighborhood. The dentist wants me gold fillings.
Oh boy. You know, I love that. That's a clever dentist's office. I like that.
Anyways, Jeff, we're going to eat some things that taste like other things.
No,
Because
no.
it's April Fool's Day.
No.
We've got Ruffles Flavor Swap Dorito Cool Ranch.
What? What does that even mean, Jay?
We've got Dorito Flavor Swap Ruffles Cheddar and Sour Cream.
What?
And we've got Cheetos Flavor Swap
Oh my god.
Lay's Sweet Southern Heat Barbecue.
You're fucking with me. Oh, you didn't tell me I Show Speed was going to be on these bags. Jay.
Yeah, we've got iShow Speed and Madison Beer. I don't know. And Dude Perfect. At least it's not Dude Dad.
Fucking Dude Dad. We need to renew our war with Dude Dad. It's been too quiet.
Hey chat, this flavor swap is a W. I'm swapping the Ruffles cheddar and sour cream flavor with Doritos Bold Crunch. Open a bag, you'll see. Welcome to Flavor Swap. We added Doritos Cool Ranch flavor to Ruffles and created the perfect chip. It's behind the back, no look snack you gotta try.
Apparently Madison Beer didn't give a shit give a shit enough to put it on there. They're like, just put a woman on the bag.
All right, where do I want to start?
You know what? Let's start with the low effort Cheetos.
All right. Cheetos Flavor Swap Sweet Southern Heat. I do like the Lay's Sweet Southern Heat.
Yes, I
barbecue.
do like those chips. Ready? I mean, it works. Not bad.
It's not bad, but it's weird to eat a Cheeto and it not taste like cheese.
Mm-hmm. You need a handful. Make sure we get the full flavor.
No, I think that's a real weird one. I like it. It's tasty, but that is a weird one.
I agree.
All right, you want to do Doritos, the Doritos Ruffles?
Why
No, the Ruffle Dorito, the Ruffle flavored Doritos.
Sure. I don't know how I feel about that.
That's weird. The corn chip with the sour cream and cheddar is a weird kind of flavor.
It's almost like a quesadilla.
Now, if you were like dipping those in queso or something, or some kind of dip, I think that would be pretty tasty.
Yeah.
All right, then a couple Cool Ranch Ruffles. Doesn't taste like much.
No. Do a couple more and see. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty unimpressive.
A little light on the seasoning.
I think the order we tried them in is probably the best to worst.
Yeah.
I think the Cheetos, although weird,
Are still the best.
are still pretty good. And the Doritos, the only like I said, if you had like a dip for those, I think those would be really, really solid. Those Ruffles are nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste my time with the Ruffles. If you're going to try some, I'd try either the Doritos for the weirdness of it or the Cheetos just for the good flavor.
But if you have any opinions on I Show Speed, Dude Perfect, or Madison Beer, or I guess Killer Party, or these Doritos, Fritos, Cheetos, Ruffles, whatever, get in touch with us. We are at Horror for Holidays all over social media, and we are horrorfortheholidays@gmail.com.
YouTube.com/horror for the holidays. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notifications. It's our audio backups. Listen to all the episodes. Do it. Talk to us on the podcatchers. We're on all of them. Leave us 5-star reviews and put 0 stars if you could, obviously, so we know you're a real fan.
We only read 5-star reviews, and obviously, if you're gonna I'm sure they don't let you leave a 0-star review. So if you're gonna go one less than 1, it would actually round you back around to the 5. So that's why you're leaving a 5-star review talking about how bad the podcast is.
Exactly. I mean, everybody knows about rounding now, Jay. The pennies are all gone.
0 stars if I could.
But yeah, I mean, give us the rating. You know you want to. You know you love the 2 fat boys eating into the mic. It's everybody's favorite segment of the show.
the B boys.
Yep, a couple of B boys.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna start calling ourselves now, the B boys.
We should.
Otherwise, we're proud to be part of the Christmas Podcast Network. Once again, not sure they're proud to have us, but all sorts of great shows over there. I think Holidays After Dark did their own St. Patrick's Day episode, maybe talk about like Irish vampire folklore. So go check that out.
Talking about Brendan Gleeson and how scary he can be.
Certainly not talking about me gold.
Me gold?
Anyways, other than that, we'll see you next week for a stocking stuffer. And then in 2 weeks, we're going to have a guest, a special guest.
A real special guest.
We're hinting at it right now. Anyways, thanks for listening.
I hope no critters get in here, Jay.